talking about a movie called Memories of Murder, a movie suggested by Hugo. Hugo, take it away.
안녕하세요. Bonjour à tous.
Yoboseo.
I choose this movie. It was recommended by my grandfather. He was saying all the time, "Watch this movie, it's fantastic. Watch this movie, it's fantastic." So he died 10 years ago, and I decided to pay the tribute to him and watch this movie.
10 years later.
But in France, we say, "Vaut mieux tard que jamais." It's better late than never.
So tell us about the movie. What's the story? I had never heard of that movie before you mentioned it. What is it about?
No, it's completely a serial killer movie made by the big Bong Joon-ho. It was his second movie, the one who made it really, really famous. This movie's got a huge success in Korea and even in the world. And the second land get the more success was France. We love Asian movie in France, not only American. And so we're gonna follow a bunch of inspectors who want to chase this serial killer, but they are completely incompetent. They don't know what to do. They're just idiots. It reminds me some Coen Brothers movie.
Looks like it's the entire system which is incompetent.
Well, it was also at a time where it was a military dictatorship in the 80s, and cops had no resources, and all they did was torture people. They just torture people the whole movie.
Yes, and it was the common techniques. I've did some research. It was the common technique in Korea to solve problems, torturing.
Yeah,
it was
normal.
The method.
That's how you want to do it. Yeah. You want to torture good, Sebastian, did you hear about this movie before?
I heard about the name, yes, but I never watched it. And I mean, this is the kind of movie, you know that it exists, but you don't take the time to watch it. And I'm glad I did. So it was a good recommendation, Hugo.
Thank you very much. I will say a prayer to my grandfather to tell him about it.
So let's talk about the stories. The movie opens when we see the life of these cops. They're like very masculine men, they're like it reminds me of this Japanese cops movie where the cops, they are always together. They go drink at night together. They go karaoke together. They get drunk. You never see a woman or anything. It's just a bunch of men like wolves. They're hunting. The problem is their training is terrible. They don't know anything. And so in real life, they sent the DNA evidence. I'm just jumping toward the end, but they sent the DNA evidence to Japan and not America. I don't know why they switched it to America. They didn't want to say, "Oh, Japan had the technology and we didn't." I don't know.
I've seen America, Mia, and the FBI bureau. They've seen many faults, orthograph faults on the paper. Maybe.
Yeah, I paused and I read it too. So the movie opens with there's like an irrigation pipe, and there's a woman in there that's been raped and killed, whatever you have. And our hero, which I can't say his name because I already forgot what his name, Park something. He's investigating this murder. And interestingly, the crime scene, nobody respects it. Everybody comes and like they're smoking, eating. They don't give a shit about being careful with the crime scene, right? It's insane.
Children playing around. It's fantastic.
So there is a serial killer. And we learn that he does certain things, such as he calls a radio station to have the same song play when it rains, and he only kills women who wear red, apparently. I don't know if the last one is red, though. The little girl. I don't remember.
Yeah, we don't think
she's wearing red.
So I don't know why.
No, she's wearing blue. Yeah, she's walking in the forest and she's wearing blue coat, something like that.
I had a lot of trouble within the first 10 minutes of the movie. And the reason for that is the movie, I found it extremely ugly. The color palette is horrible. This greenish brown thing, I hated it. I got used to it. It took me about 20, 30 minutes to get used to it, but I thought it was really ugly. What did you guys think? Did you think the movie looked good?
I think so. I think he wanted to provide a spectrum of color. Not happy because, like many Asian movie, you have a social message inside, and he wanted to talk about the military dictatures also, and I think it's a will from Bong Joon-ho to not make that period very happy, because the movie is quite funny also. He tried to make funny things many moments of the movies.
There's a lot of comedy.
But I have more problem with the languages, because even if I watch some, it's not often that I watch a movie in Korean. So the first minute for me it was the language, because I need to read the subtitle, and watching the movie and read the subtitle, it's kind of bad things.
Well, would you rather watch it dubbed in French? Gérard, où est le killer? or in English, in American? Hey, motherfucker, where are you? You know? Sebastian, what do you think about the visual aspect of the movie, visually?
I liked it right from the beginning, because I think the director plunged you inside the movie right at the beginning. So you are, plunged in this atmosphere. And I really liked it. Yeah.
Awesome. Let's talk about their investigation methods. All they do, when they grab this guy who's, let's call him mentally challenged. I forgot his name because, of course, he's got this Korean name with 3 words and whatever. They beat the fuck out of him.
You mean the guy which is the specialist at jumping high kick?
I love it.
No, that's the third cop. The third cop is like that. The one
all
who,
the cops are
just
like that.
kicks people. Yeah, actually, they're all jumping and doing like gyaban stuff. Double kick, all of them.
I just want to take a minute here to talk about that kick. The first scene was shooting. It's when they see the cops from Seoul. You know, you want to ask a woman the way to the police station, and he thought he was the murderer, and he gave him the double side kick. And it was not in the script. It was completely surprising for everyone. And Bong Joon-ho, he loved it. He loved it. He asked everyone to do the same kick all the movie.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay.
And he looks real. It's good stunt work too. Like, it looks like they actually do it, you know?
It's real.
Goddamn
It's
Koreans, they're good at
the
double
cop from
kicks.
Seoul was injured, and he was really shocked all the movie. He hated the actor Song Kang-ho. He hated him all the shooting, all the shoot.
Wow. By the way, when you mentioned that guy who comes from Seoul, who is like a city cop versus like the little country cops, for the whole movie, I was hoping he was the killer. You know, because I didn't read anything about the movie. I didn't know anything when I watched it because I didn't want to be influenced by it. I was hoping we would come back to that scene at the beginning where, he told us the whole time it was him, but we didn't believe it. I was expecting like a usual suspect type twist at the end where they would be like, what cop from Seoul? We never sent a cop, you know, this kind of stuff. But yeah, it was a standard movie without a twist. It happens. All right. So they beat the fuck out of people. I think they plant evidence too. If I remember well, I thought at some point I wrote in my notes, he plants evidence. Oh yeah, they make them confess some bullshit. He even goes and see a psychic.
With the shoes. But with the shoes also, he got the shoes from the dump and put him on the ground, take a picture, and look, it's your shoes that you found.
Talking about shoes.
They built evidence.
Yeah, they're full of shit. Talking about shoes. Remember the mentally challenged guy? He buys him shoes because he's like, your shoes are stinky. He buys him shoes, but then the other cop is like, those are not. He doesn't say Nike. It says nice. Like he bought him some cheap AliExpress bullshit. He's a fucking piece of shit cop. So this cop, the country cop, the main guy, not the Seoul guy, he's a guy who's like, he looks into your eyes and he's like, okay, that's you. I know it. You know, like that's his technique. He stares at you and he somehow, the instinct of a cop, he knows you're guilty. What the fuck are those guys? That's a big difference compared to like American cop shows where they're always super competent. They know everything. They're super educated, FBI and all that stuff. Like that's really cops that don't give a fuck and they're useless.
You remember what he's saying? In America, it's a big country, but here we walk. We don't need all this stuff. We just need to walk.
Yeah. The main hero, he sees a woman who's, I believe she's a nurse. Is that correct?
Yes, I think it is. Yeah.
She's a
woman?
nurse.
The
And at the end,
girlfriend.
he's married with
Yeah.
her, right? And he's got
Oh,
kids.
yeah.
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 At first, I thought she was a prostitute because he tells her, I bet you see a lot of people and stuff. I was like, oh my God, is he with a prostitute? That would be a classic, a cop with a prostitute, you know? So let me ask you this. Is this a detective story or is it a story about failure of detectives?
I think like every movies from Bong Joon-ho and more Asian movie, you have many message inside. You have many kind of movies. It's a humor. It's a comic movie. You have, of course, the thriller. You have the social message, and so there's many message on the movie. It's not one kind of movie.
I think it's a movie where solving the crime doesn't actually matter. It really shows the incompetence of the system because I don't know if you guys remember, but the movie happens in a time in history in Korea where it is a military dictatorship. And you see protest the whole time. I don't know if you remember, but the third cop, the one who kicks everybody, at some point they are showing us that he's beating people up in the street who are protesting. A woman, he's beating the fuck out of a woman. Do you guys remember that?
Yes, I
He's
remember.
kicking her on the floor.
Mm.
Yeah, and I remember one thing. It's very small protest, guys. You should take lesson from France. We know how to do that.
Why did you recommend this movie to us? Apart from your grandpa recommending it to you. Why did you think it was worth making a podcast about it?
Yeah, because it's considered by many critics in the world like a huge Korean movie, very important for thriller. And even I've seen many interview of Michael Mann or Del Toro, like they really love this movie. They've seen they took many things of the movie to replace it in their own movie. So it's considered as a huge movie. So we need to talk about it.
I thought he was inspired. It's very Korean, Asian type of movie with moments of reflection, of a lot of silence, a lot of long scenes. But again, the color palette for me was an absolute turnoff. It was extremely ugly. I know they did it because it was ugly. Everybody's houses, they're poor. It's all gross. You know, like the whole movie is disgusting. Sebastian, what did you think?
I really like the cinematography, and the reason is I like the fact that the director took his time to build an atmosphere with his shots, and you can feel that, and that's how you can be so involved in the movie and with the characters, because you can see everything that happens. It's like animated photographs. So yeah, that's why I love the movie so much, among other things. Yeah.
I will say that Bong Joon-ho is very creative. We can see it in all his works. Parasite, Okja, the Netflix movie, Snowpiercer, who personally I didn't enjoy. No? But he's very creative and everything feels under control during the movie. He's completely controlled his work. Everything is carefully made. There are no weak moments. I didn't feel any. I wasn't bored when I was watching it, and I wanted to finish it. I really wanted to go to the end of the movie.
I thought it was too long for what it was. It could have been a little bit shorter because there's not a lot happening in the movie. And again, it's very ugly. So I wanted to reduce my time watching it, not because the movie is not interesting. It's just a pain to look at. Let me ask you this. Did the movie make you feel smarter than the cops or just as helpless as them? If you had been a cop at that time, do you think you could have done better than them?
I don't think so. I will have done double kick everywhere. Double kick.
Beating up women in the street.
Yeah, that's the best.
Getting drunk, singing karaoke. Woo!
After watching all these American movies, we get used to Bruce Willis and superhero and stuff like that. So if you asked me the same question at the time of the movie, the story, in 1986, I think I would have not been able to do the same as them, but with the backward, when you can look at everything that we know about cops movie and murders movie, thriller and everything, yeah, it's easier for us to say that now.
The system that made the cops so bad, so there's no technology, there's no training, all they do is torture people and beat them up and all that stuff, make them confess to bullshit. Is the system broken, or is it just working as intended by the military dictatorship?
Completely. We are at the moment of the movie at the end of an era, so you can really feel it even when you watch the sets and everything. You said it, it's the countryside, it's very poor, the house, there's nothing. If you compare to the end of the movie, was supposed to be years later, it's not the same country anymore. You have electricity everywhere, you can do DNA tests or whatever, so you have this long moment, and but you can see it that it's really the end of a process. You have strike on streets, you have even the boss, the chief of the police, they are really incompetent. It's amazing. Even the boss, even the top cops, they are chaotic.
You know, I could relate at the end with the dad saying, "You always on the computer. You need to like step away from the computer or do some exercise or whatever." You know, I was like, "Oh man, yeah, same problem, bro." What do you think about the ending?
Really moving. I mean, this is something that I think there is a tension at the end, and everything is built up during the movie, and I think that's why it's so chaotic, you know, because at the beginning it's kind of funny to watch everything, and you follow along with all the detective, but the more they have difficulties, the more they are plunged into their own incompetence, and they can catch the killers. You are with them, and everything is built up until the end. And yeah, because at the time of the filming, they didn't catch the real killer. The sad music, the look of the actor on the camera, everything is it's very sad at the end, but very moving. I mean, you remember it, you know.
Me personally, I have problem with thriller when you don't solve the case. When I watch a thriller, I want the case to be solved. It's just a thing that I don't know. But when they shot the movie, the case wasn't cleared, so it was cleared years after the movie.
I think at the end, when he looks at the camera, so first there's this new development that this little girl, she saw allegedly the killer because she said, "Oh, I just saw another guy last time looking at the same spot." And I asked him, "What are you looking at?" And he said he was looking at something that he did many years ago here. So she spoke to the killer before she spoke to the cop, right? But he's not a cop anymore, that guy. So he's like, "Oh, well." And he looks at the camera. And I think when he looks at the camera, he's looking at the real killer. Like they kind of breaking the fourth wall, right? He's looking at the killer.
Yeah.
You motherfucker. Let's talk about the real case for a minute. So apparently the killer, he watched the movie many times. He was in prison. He was in prison for having killed somebody. He was already serving a lifetime, and he watched the movie while in prison. And then they caught him with DNA evidence 20 years later or whatever. And he confessed to more crimes. It's not only like 5 or 6 girls like in the movie, it's more 10 to 15. And he was never caught, never got in danger for that. He got caught for another crime that he committed. So he killed a lot of people. I think his method right nowadays, well, okay, let me ask you guys, how long would this guy not be caught nowadays? 15 minutes. That's it.
Yeah.
They're serial killer today. Huh?
Definitively.
There's many cold cases. So
there's
I'm
cold
not sure
cases,
about
but it's increasingly hard to get.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, but it happened.
Because you leave a trail. Wherever you are, you always leave a trail. If you have your watch on, your phone on, a camera in the street.
It didn't leave any hair. So the big method for the Korean cops. And there's no hair.
And they check if you shave your pubes. So he goes to the sauna, right? To the sauna to look at guys' dicks like, oh no, he's got hair. That's not him.
And remember the other guy said it could be a monk, you know? a Buddhist monk.
Who was your favorite character in the movie? I have to say, fun-wise, for me, it was the regular cop from the country because he was fun. He smokes, fights. He doesn't give a fuck about anything. He's a terrible cop, but he's fun. But if I had to choose a good cop, that would be the guy from Seoul who looks at evidence. He looks at the hand of the mentally challenged guy. I'm not going to say retarded, even though I said it. He looks at his hand and he said he couldn't have made the nuts because his hands are not working properly or whatever. What do you guys think? Who were your favorite?
Yeah, honestly, Kang-ho, the cops from Countryside, is great. He's a great actor. We've seen him in many, many, many movies. From Bong Joon-ho movies, Parasite.
He's in one of my favorite movies ever, which is also a Korean movie called Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance. Incredible movie.
And he's a huge, huge star in Korea. He's a huge star, and his performance is fantastic. You feel he don't. This case don't have anything on him. He just live his life. He's happy. He's punch people. He's trying to. There's a fantastic moment. You told it before. He can recognize murderer when he's look at them. So one moment he find a guy. They are chasing him, and he noticed that the guys they were chasing, he's got a purple underwear.
Mm-hmm.
So he showed to the cops from Seoul who is the boss. Yeah, it's him when he was looking at him in the eyes. That was a great moment. Now Song Kang-ho, all the cast is good. Huh? I love the first boss chief, the most incompetent person you have in the movie. I love this one. But all the characters are good. Even the second cops from the countryside, Kim Roy-ha. Sorry, my Korean friend, if I don't pronounce exactly the name of your actor. I think it's very good. The one who has got his legs cut.
Yeah.
Fantastic actor also. Yeah.
The guy who plays the mentally challenged guy, he's really good at playing a mentally challenged because I thought he's a real mentally challenged guy. He looks like he's got problems and everything. And then I looked him up on IMDb. He's like a normal actor. He's in a ton of movies where he's like Shakespearean presentation and stuff. So yeah, he's fantastic.
I think my favorite actor was as well the policeman from Countryside. His name is Song Kang-ho, I think, if I pronounce correctly. And because I found that he has a very interesting character development, slight but interesting, because the way the scenes and everything happens at the end, you can see how it evolved as a character in the movie. So yeah, and he's a great actor as well. But the other one also, and I saw exactly the same thing when I saw the character who plays the autistic or dumb characters. I saw it was a real autistic persona character, and it was an actor. So it was the acting was very good in this movie.
There's one scene in particular at the end when they want to kill the one who think he's the murderer. They're in a train line, and there are these three guys: the guy from the countryside, and the cop from Seoul, and the murderer. And they these triumvirate games. I love this sequence. It's very, very well done sequences. Very good actors playing from the actors.
Yeah, it's very, very tense scene. Yeah. Mm.
All the sequences of when they found the body, they are quite horrible. Huh? You can feel the pain of those girls, what they suffer. Yeah, it's hard to watch.
Yeah, it's a very ugly movie, and the situations in the movie are really ugly. Like, if your daughter was killed by a serial killer, would you want this cop to take care of it? Everybody's very casual. There's people playing on the crime scene. He has to yell at everyone, like, stop moving. What are you doing? And so there's no process. Like I said, we're used to watching American cops movie where like the super organized and everybody knows what to do and stuff. Watching this is very painful. It was horrible. These guys are not gonna catch him. He's gonna keep killing people. They're terrible like that. They're the best they have to offer. It's bad. It's really bad.
Yeah, there's no Morgan Freeman in Memories of Murders, guys.
They should have sent somebody from the FBI, somebody who's like, all right, guys, let's organize ourselves a little bit here. I'm assuming the Korean government learned from this and they must be good now because of that, because they really sucked before, you know.
It was the end of a process for the cops in Korea, because what I've seen is that it's not for the movie. It was the way cops were working in Korea, torturing and everyone. It's not in this region in particular. It was a method.
There's no training, there's no process, there's no DNA. There's no consequence for police brutality. Like the guy's like, hey, if you beat this guy up again, I'm gonna kill you. That's what his boss tells him. Like, all right, thanks, bro. Thanks for helping.
But what is good, even if you torture someone, after you can have a lunch with them. When they torture the damn guys, after they watch
Yeah, they're good
movies,
guys.
no problem.
They are eating noodles together. Yeah.
They buy you shoes and everything. Like, really nice guy. If we had to sum up the movie in one sentence, I would say Memories of Murders is not a movie about a serial killer. It's a movie about the inability for a whole system like Korea at the time to be ready and catch someone like that. And even like you said, Hugo, earlier, he said it in the movie. He said in America, it's a big country, so you have to be organized and all that stuff. But here we just walk, So I'm assuming this is the metaphor of the movie.
We can talk about also, and it gave a really amazing ambiance to the movie. It's the music. It's the Japanese composer, Taro Wishahiro, who the music in Memories of Murder. I think I find it fantastic. Really, really amazing composition.
It was very discreet, but yeah, it wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, it was a good music, and same as Julian. I didn't notice it a lot, except maybe at the end, especially the last murder, because you feel that all the cops are totally helpless, and they couldn't catch the killer, despite the fact that they knew that he could kill again, and he did. So the last victim, when the detective is approaching the scene and everything is sad, and the music behind makes you sad as well. So I really noticed the music at that moment. Yeah.
I thought that I could see this movie as a comedy, and I could. So when I watched it, I thought I can take it seriously, but I can also take it as a dark comedy, and it also works as a dark comedy because some of the moments are over the top, like at the end with the train in the tunnel. Like, okay, bro, you're gonna just shoot at someone because you're mad and stuff. Like, it was a little too much for me. I guarantee that in real life it didn't happen. The cops didn't shoot. When he's trying to shoot the guy, he's running in the train tunnel. That didn't happen. There's no way it happened in real life. They added that to be over the top, and sorry, but I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was funny.
The movie was. It was a part of a process of the rise of the Korean cinema. They received huge financial support for music. We all know K-pop. We all know Korean arts. But we can say that this movie was the first who have really shined all around the world because of this process of Korean government to put many money in arts. I don't know if you consider K-pop as an art, but anyway, it's very famous. So it was the first movie who was a success because of this huge amount of money.
Yeah, it was it still is a plan from the Korean government to export their culture, and they invested a lot of money in that, and it's working, right? Everything is Korean now, Squid Games, K-pop, all that stuff.
We receive more Korean art than Japanese art today, and it's a huge balance.
Yeah.
Ask every little girl; they know what is the name of this movie. Demon Hunter, K-pop Demon Hunter, amazing success on Netflix. Oscar of the best animation movie, Oscar of the best music. I don't know, but I don't know them, but I know that K-pop singers they are world famous in France. They are doing concert in stadium. It's full.
I have to say, I'm more of a Japanese cinema person than Korean. Okay, how many Korean movies have you seen?
In my head, 3.
Okay, what about you, Sebastian?
I don't know. I don't even know if I watched another Korean movie. Probably I did, but if I did, I don't remember.
Okay. I think, Hugo, you've been, you were impressed because that's, you haven't seen that many Korean movies, but this is not one of the best. There are much better movies than that, especially when I say Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, Sympathy for Lady Vengeance.
Yeah, Oldboy.
Incredible movies.
Oldboy also. So
Oldboy.
yeah, I've seen
Hold
many,
on,
many.
Oldboy, you're talking about the American version, which is
Oh yeah,
embarrassment.
oh my goodness.
From Spike Lee.
But you know, just for a fact, they shot Memories of Murder and Oldboy at the same time, and really near. And the actor Song Kang-ho, you've been to the set, and you have many, many pictures when they take selfie with the Oldboy actors. You know when the
Oh yeah.
yeah. And another anecdote that I like, in a moment you see a scarecrow, and it was really, really done, not by the population, but by the cops themselves. Yeah, you gotta go to hell if you continue. Another amazing story. Cops.
Well, when you get nothing, you find things to do, you know? All right, what else do we got, guys? Did we say everything we wanted to say about this movie?
Yeah, more or less, yeah. I think it's a great movie. Yeah, it's a great movie.
Is it in your top 100?
Of course not.
Maybe not, but not very far. I think I have to watch way more Korean movie to have a feeling about what Korean movies is all about, you know?
Is Parasite will be in your top 100? Me neither. And
I don't know why everybody was like, oh my God,
Yeah,
Parasite, incredible. Because that was the first Korean movie all regular people have seen, you know?
Yeah, Grand Prix du Festival de Cannes. He's got a Grand Prix at Cannes, Parasite.
Yeah.
Even Memory of Murder, he received many, many prizes all around the world. Cognac Film Thriller Movies Festival. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Me, all the movies that I've seen, it's Oldboy and maybe all Bong Joon-ho movies. But honestly, it's not my cup of tea. Snowpiercer. C'est ridiculous.
You loved it when it came out, dude.
Me?
I hated it. Yeah.
How dare you? How dare you? It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad, but it's ridiculous. When I see Captain America, it's like Miles Teller. Me, it's impossible now.
Yeah, I can't stand him either. All right. What did you guys think? Leave us in the comment below. Tell us, did you like the movie? Did you think it was a comedy or was it a drama? Was it in between? Have you seen a lot of Korean movies? And if you did, how does this one rank? Is it better than my favorite, Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, that we might talk about in the future? I don't know. Thank you guys for your support, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you guys. Thank you very much.
See you. Bye-bye.